Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Monday, March 28th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church in Maplewood, New Jersey. And Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to do just that. To take a break from all the business of the day and just breathe and center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name. Each time we come together, I've been focusing on a different reading from the Gospel of Luke and inviting you to imagine yourself in that story as one of the characters, and then to follow up by reading it again later for you to do that, and imagine yourself as a different one of the characters. Today we are on Luke 9, 1-6, and in this particular story, or this particular reading, Jesus, it's as if the training has ended, the teaching has ended, and it's time to send the disciples out. So he calls the 12 together and sends them out. It's interesting to know that the Matthew, Mark, and Luke have a story like this. John does not. It resembles very much the way that the early church went out. And so some say, oh, well, maybe this is a story from the early church. But here we have Jesus, and he gives them authority to cast out demons and to cure the sick. And then he tells them, don't take anything with you. So I'll tell the rest of the story in the meditation time. Really, the only character that you can be in this story, unless you want to be one of the people who gets healed later, is one of the disciples, one of the apostles. If you haven't already done so, I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house and to close the door if the room has a door, settle into a chair, feel the comfort and the strength of that chair. Allow yourself to relax into that chair. Feel the support of the floor under your feet. And then close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all the things that disturb your peace, all your worries, your fears, your anxieties, all the things that you have to do later today. Just allow God's presence to come over you. Perhaps imagine it like a warm shower. It's a cold day, so that works. And as the Spirit of God comes over your head, it settles into your mind. And all of the things that are bouncing around inside your mind calm and settle down. And it settles over your face. And the warmth of God's presence and God's Spirit allows your face muscles to relax and your jaw to relax. Maybe even a smile comes to you. As it settles over your neck, you can feel the tensions in your neck unwind. As it settles on your shoulders and your arms and down to your hands open up, and maybe you turn your hands palms up. And the muscles in your shoulders and arms relax. As it comes over your back, the aches and pains in your back ease. And the warmth of God's Spirit penetrates into the muscles of your back and into the bones of your back. As it settles over your chest and comes over your chest, your breathing is deep and steady, and your heart rate slows to a calm and resting rate. As it comes over your abdomen, your stomach settles down. As it comes over your legs, your thighs, and your calves, your knees and your ankles, and your hips, and your feet, all the weariness of the day melts away. God's Spirit is surrounding you and entering into you and filling you. The peace of God is with you. Now, in your mind's eye, go back to the days of Jesus. Imagine Jesus calling the 12 apostles together. They've been through a lot of training and teaching, and now he says to them, you have authority to cast out demons and to cure the sick. I'm sending you out to proclaim the good news. But as you go, don't take anything with you. Don't take any bread. Don't take any money. Don't take extra clothing. Just go, and when you come to a town and enter a house, stay in that house for the time that you are there. And if they welcome you, good. Proclaim the good news. If not, shake the dust off your feet as you go as a witness against them. And then he sends the apostles out. They go out into the area around where Jesus is right now. And they cure the sick. And they proclaim the good news. What do you imagine it was like for the apostles when they hear Jesus giving them authority? How do you think they were feeling? And what do you imagine it was like for the apostles when he told them, don't take anything with you? Now go. you imagine it was like when they carried out this ministry and cured the sick and proclaimed the good news of Jesus? The good news of the kingdom of God. As you're thinking about all that and thinking about today, you're aware that God is with you. Might be Jesus. It might be a representative of God. It might be the wind of God. And your reflections become your prayers. What is it you want to say? Who do you want to pray for today? I'll be quiet while you have this conversation. And then the time comes for the conversation to end, and if it's not long enough, just press the pause button. You end the conversation in whatever way is appropriate. And you allow that image to fade away. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Let's take a break, take a breath for Monday, March 28th. Our reading for today was Luke 9, 1-6. I encourage you to read it a few more times, thinking about it or reflecting on it from a different perspective. If you have feedback for me, or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.